Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we break down money, mindset, and smart living, without the fluff. If you've ever wondered what the ultra-wealthy don't spend their money on, today's video will surprise you. Spoiler: it's not all private jets and gold watches. In fact, some of the richest people avoid things you might think are must-haves. Let's get into what the wealthy know that most people don't. Wealth often reshapes how people approach spending. While the average person might assume that being rich means buying the biggest house, the flashiest car, or the most expensive watch, the reality is more nuanced. The truly wealthy, those who've built and maintained substantial financial portfolios, tend to avoid certain purchases, not because they can't afford them, but because they've learned that some expenses simply don't add value, can create liabilities, or signal the wrong kind of wealth. This piece dives into the purchases many wealthy individuals purposely steer clear of, and why. 1. Flashy cars. Beyond the first one, yes, some wealthy people buy exotic cars, but many do not. And those who do often treat it as a one-time experience rather than a collection hobby. Cars are depreciating assets. Buying a $300,000 vehicle might impress a few people, but many wealthy individuals quickly learn that it doesn't improve their quality of life or long-term financial standing. Why they avoid it: maintenance costs, insurance premiums, and the headache of parking or driving flashy cars outweigh the thrill. Many wealthy people prefer high-performing but low-profile cars like a Tesla Model S or a Lexus. 2. The biggest house possible. Instead of maxing out square footage, the wealthy often choose practical, well-located homes. Ultra mansions come with steep maintenance bills, property taxes, and staffing needs. Why they avoid it: bigger doesn't mean better. The smart rich know that comfort, privacy, and smart design trump sheer size. Plus, excess real estate ties up capital that could be working elsewhere. 3. Luxury brands. Head to toe. Many affluent people do own designer items, but they rarely wear luxury brands every day. Some even dress down intentionally to avoid attention. Why they avoid it: true wealth often seeks privacy. Flashy fashion invites scrutiny. More importantly, they value quality over logos and tend to invest in well-made, timeless clothes. 4. The latest tech gadgets. Every time, they might have an iPhone, but it's not always the newest one. Tech depreciates fast, and keeping up with every new release is more of a consumer trap than a wise choice. Why they avoid it: the marginal utility of a new gadget rarely outweighs the cost and hassle of constant upgrades. Functionality beats novelty. 5. Unnecessary upgrades. First-class everything, private jets, VIP concert packages, hotel suites. The very wealthy can afford them, but often don't use them routinely. Why they avoid it: they focus on value and experience. Sometimes first class makes sense. Often, it doesn't. Wealthy people weigh comfort versus cost and choose accordingly. 6. Expensive hobbies. They don't genuinely enjoy. Some hobbies, like yachting or horse racing, are wildly expensive. If the interest isn't deep, wealthy people skip them. Why they avoid it: rich people value their time. If a hobby doesn't bring real joy or ROI, return on investment, whether social or emotional, they avoid the waste. 7. Timeshares and vacation clubs. Despite being pitched as luxury, timeshares often trap buyers into rigid contracts, rising fees, and limited flexibility. Why they avoid it: smart investors see the math. Timeshares rarely make financial sense, especially for people who can afford better travel options. 8. Overpriced art without cultural or investment value. While some wealthy collectors do invest in art, they tend to be selective. Trendy, overpriced pieces with no artistic or historical merit don't make the cut. Why they avoid it: real collectors buy art they love or that appreciates. They don't buy to impress Instagram. 9. New cars for every family member. Wealthy people often buy used vehicles for teens or avoid buying cars for their kids altogether, preferring to teach them responsibility. Why they avoid it? It's about values. Handing over luxury vehicles to inexperienced drivers sends the wrong message. 10. Gold-plated everything. Lavish customization of everyday items, like gold-plated phones or diamond-encrusted belts, doesn't appeal to the quietly rich. Why they avoid it? It's gaudy. It doesn't enhance function or comfort. It's for show-offs, not serious wealth. 11. Lavish weddings. Weddings can be extravagant, but many wealthy families keep them tasteful, intimate, and meaningful. Why they avoid it? Spending millions on a single day rarely aligns with values of long-term thinking and family focus. 12. Constant renovations and home redecorating. They might hire great designers once, but they don't rip out kitchens yearly for new aesthetics. Why they avoid it? Good design is timeless. Constant updates waste money and create chaos. 13. Highly leveraged investments. The wealthy know better than to borrow heavily to chase returns. Why they avoid it? They've seen how over-leveraging can destroy wealth. Preservation matters more than ego. 14. Luxury pet accessories and designer animal gear. Pets are loved, but not spoiled to absurdity. Why they avoid it? Wealthy people understand that love isn't measured by diamond-studded collars. 15. Overpriced private schools without fit. Elite schools are an option, but not a default. Why they avoid it? Fit, values, and child needs outweigh prestige. Wealthy parents often prioritize emotional and social development. 16. Fancy gym memberships. They don't use. They might have home gyms or simple routines, but they won't pay for a $600 per month club they ignore. Why they avoid it? ROI matters in all areas. Paying for status without use is wasteful. 17. Memorabilia without meaning. Some collections, sports memorabilia, rare items, carry huge price tags but little intrinsic value. Why they avoid it? Sentimental purchases are fine, but collecting for bragging rights often becomes clutter. 18. Trendy real estate. In hot markets, jumping into real estate fads often backfires. Why they avoid it? The smart rich buy real estate for value, location, and timing, not hype. 19. Overly complicated financial products. Exotic derivatives or obscure investments are avoided. Why they avoid it? Simplicity and transparency matter. If they don't understand it, they don't buy it. 20. Anything that signals insecurity. Insecurity often drives purchases meant to impress others. The truly wealthy don't need that validation. Why they avoid it? Confidence doesn't need display. They know who they are, and they're not buying approval. True wealth isn't just about what you can afford, it's about what you choose not to waste your money on. The difference between being rich and staying rich lies in discretion, discipline, and perspective. The wealthy often avoid status symbols and ego-driven buys in favor of substance, sustainability, and long-term thinking. It's not about living cheaply, it's about living wisely. So the next time you think being rich is all about splurging, remember, it's often about what you don't buy. If you found this eye-opening, drop a comment below and let us know which item surprised you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on smarter money content. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay sharp and spend smarter.